Hey guys, welcome back. So today's video is all going to be about some show recommendations for you guys. I know we are still quarantined, so why not binge on some awesome shows? There's going to be a mix between horror, thriller, comedy, and let's just get into the list. So the first show that I want to talk about, and I have been talking about on this channel already, is the show called Blackish. It is just so funny. It's honestly a good family show if you have older kids, maybe around like 13, 14. But I can't suggest this show enough for you guys. Again, I'm not a fan of comedy. I just never been drawn to comedy stuff. But ever since I watched this show, it's kind of opened up my eyes to more funnier shows and movies. And I don't know, I really like the storyline. I love all the actors and actresses in it. Tracy Ross is the mother. Her name is Rainbow. Well, her character name is Rainbow. And I picture myself being her when I have kids. If you guys watch the show, you'll understand why. I don't want to ruin it for you. But if you do watch it, my favorite character is Charlie. So pay attention to the characters. They're all different in their own little ways, and they're all funny in their own little ways. So again, this show is on Hulu. We watch it at least 3 episodes a night. We try to cut down to maybe 1 episode a night, but the episodes are only 20 minutes long, so you kind of feel like you can keep watching it because it's so short. We had to put a cutoff point because we're already on season 5, and I think that's only up to season 7 or 8, and we don't want to run out of things to watch. The next comedy show that I want to suggest for you guys is a spin-off of Blackish. And again, I think I've already talked about this numerous times on my channel, but I'm going to mention it again, and that show is called Grownish. This is a spin-off because this is one of their daughters going to college. And this is like her story, her life choices, it's just all her. And again, it's funny. It's more of a kind of like a teenage vibe, I would say. This is something that I really wouldn't watch with my boyfriend because it is more girly than Blackish. Again, it's still a really good show. A lot of hip-hop tracks in it. I think it's pretty awesome that, you know, Blackish and Grownish adds like today's tracks to their shows, because I don't normally see that with other shows. I don't know how they do it without getting copyrighted, but it just makes it more relatable. So I don't know, Grownish is an awesome show as well. Another comedy show that is old, and I used to watch this when I was a kid, but I'm rewatching it now because obviously I don't remember the episodes, but that is REBA. If you have not watched REBA, you have to get on it right now. It is so worth it. It's funny. It is a family show, so you can watch it with your kids. And I would say like older kids. Again, one of my favorite characters in it is Van, and that is Reba, which is a country singer, Reba McEntire. I think that's her last name. Don't quote me if I am wrong. I'm not into country like that, but I know that she's a country singer. And her daughter in the show, it's just a character, it's not her real daughter, but her daughter's husband, Van, is by far, I would say, one of the best characters. The other best character is Barbara Jean. She's hilarious too, and I'm not going to give anything else out. You guys just have to watch it for yourself if you have not. I think there is maybe 5 seasons, maybe 6. I'm not sure. I'm just going through the episodes. I'm not even looking at what season I'm on. And the last comedy that I want to mention out of this list is another childhood memory, which I'm just trying to like get back into, and that is Sabrina the Teenage Witch. And I'm not talking about like the cartoon or anything because I've never watched that. I've always grew up and watched the one with Melissa Joan Hart and the cat. I forgot what the cat's name is, but watching that show and the little episodes and the things that she goes through in high school, it is so funny and cute. And I remember back in the day that I always wanted to be like her. I always thought that like I could wake up one day and have magic like her. I also remember rushing home from elementary school, sitting down and watching it with my sisters. That is something we just always look forward to, seeing what she was going to wear when the little theme song came on. But again, it's still a good show, even though it's old and the styling is really old of it, but it never gets old. It's kind of like a timeless show. Alright, now moving on to thrillers. The list that I have for this, they are some scary, some mystery, some crime. So they're mixed in one, so bear with me on this. So the first show is on Hulu, and it's called The Unsettling. This only has, I want to say, 8 episodes. It only did 1 season, but it doesn't leave you on a cliffhanger. So it finishes the whole entire storyline, which I enjoyed. I believe it is from 2015 or 16. I'm not sure. I know it's not that old, but what it's about is like these kids are on like a farm kinda, and they are orphans. They're basically just living their life, doing chores around the house, and then a new girl comes in and you find out like her storyline and why she's there, and then things start to happen within that farm, scary things. And I was kind of shocked to see like some of the stuff that they showed. I'm like, oh, okay, this is a little scary. It said it was a thriller, but to me it seems like a horror. But again, it's a good storyline, and I don't know, it's worth watching. So I don't want to say too much because it is only 8 episodes. If I think it's 8 or 10. But give it a try. If you like thriller and horror, it's definitely up your alley. The next thriller / crime show I want to mention has been my all-time favorite since it came out, and that is How to Get Away with Murder. I am on the last couple of episodes of this season. I actually wait, because they do post like the new episodes, but I wait a couple weeks to watch all of them, kind of. I don't like waiting a week to watch one episode and then watch the next episode. So I wait a good 2 to 3 weeks, and then I just binge watch that. Lay in bed, relax, binge watch it for a couple hours. That's like my me time, kind of. But if you like crime, if you like the government being corrupted and conspiracies on like lawyers and just the justice system in general, this show is so for you. It gives you a different perspective on what lawyers go through and what people in jail go through, and it's not boring. I know I'm probably making it sound it's boring, but there's a huge storyline to it. You get to learn about Annalise, which is played by Viola Davis. I love that actress that plays Annalise. Oh my god. To me, I'm convinced that she is a lawyer in real life because her acting is just on point. I really love this show, and I'm so sad that it's ending soon. We are going to be on our not season finale, but series finale in the next couple of weeks, and I just don't want to see it go. But if you guys haven't watched it, I know it's on Hulu, the new episodes. I believe all the older seasons are on Netflix. So I would check out both platforms if you want to check it out. The next show that I'm going to mention is something that I've been saying in my vlogs and my Instagram posts, and that of course is Ghost Whisperer. If you guys do not know what that show is, it stars Jennifer Love Hewitt, and she talks to ghosts and tries to cross them over. That's basically what the whole show is about. Each episode is a different ghost with a different problem, and I love it. I think it's cute. It's not really scary or a thriller. I would say more of suspense than anything, and mystery, because you have to figure out why that ghost is mad or what they want with the living. And along with Melinda, which is played by Jennifer, Melinda going through her own situation with her life. So I am on season 5, I think, right now, or season 4, I'm not sure. This has been my go-to show when I'm cooking. So when I'm cooking, I'll have it like playing on top of the microwave, and I don't know. It's just a good relaxing show as well, even though it has ghosts and stuff. But to me, it is a positive show because she always tries to go above and beyond to help others, and she puts her life on hold for that. So it's a cute show. I just love her relationship with her husband. I know it's just a show, it's not real, but it's like on point. You would think that they're married in real life. The next show I'm going to mention is on Netflix, and that is called The Order, or The Order. Sorry, I have an accent. You guys know I'm from Boston, or if you don't, now you do. The Order is about werewolves, and I want to say wizards, or not even wizards. I don't know how you want to call them, but they do have magic. But I did binge watch the first season last month. I fell in love with it, and it kind of changed my perspective on the whole werewolf situation. So if you are into werewolves and magic and stuff, you will really like this show. If you're not into that, I'm pretty sure you'll like it anyways, because I didn't either. And the storyline is good. Again, it's like a mystery. You have to figure out what's going on with the town, what's going on with the kids in the college, why are some of them dying out of nowhere, and what's going on with like the magic, the bad magic that's around, and the werewolves, what their problem is. I really enjoyed that show, and I cannot wait for Netflix to put out season 2, which they already said that they will, but I just don't know when. So still waiting, Netflix. The next show I want to mention is another one on Hulu. This show has made me cry numerous times on numerous episodes. And it's called Medium with Patricia Arquette. I used to watch this all the time with my mom. And again, another show kind of like Ghost Whisper, basically about a medium that can see the dead and help them. She works with the DA's office and she is trying to solve murder cases. So most of the ghosts that come to her have been brutally murdered or been kidnapped and killed. And even though it is a gruesome show for the storyline, I would say, but it is such a good show at the end of the day. And Patricia Arquette plays such an amazing actress in this show as well. You would think that she actually has these powers, or not powers, but like these special abilities to talk to the dead. I don't know, I'm drawn to these shows that have like ghosts and trying to help them. So if you do not cry easily, then I would tell you to watch Medium. But if you do cry easily and you do get hurt easily, then maybe not watch it, because some of the storylines are pretty intense. As for like my other category, my other folder of shows, I didn't know like where to put them in this, but I'm just gonna name some random shows that I don't know where to put them. So the first one is Good Witch, and of course this is such a lovely, beautiful show. I think you can definitely watch this with every family member. I don't think the little kids will get into it, but it is a positive show. Again, she is a witch, but not more of like that kind of witch. She's more of a good witch, and it's like more of a positive vibe witch. And it's such a heartwarming show. It's like Hallmark movies and their shows, and I love it. And I'm not the kind of romance type. Again, I'm a horror queen, but this show never gets old. And I know that Netflix finally put a season 5 on there, and I'm going to watch that when I'm done with Ghost Whisper. So she's always trying to help out people that come to her bed and breakfast, I think it's called. Like, yeah, it's like a bed and breakfast place she has, and they just have issues of their marriage or whatever, and she always puts them in the right place at the right time to kind of, I don't know, guide them to their own answers instead of her actually telling them what to do. So cute show, and I love the actress that actually plays the witch. I forgot her name because I haven't watched it in a while because I've been waiting for so long for season 5 to come out. I love the woman that plays Cassie. She is in a lot of Lifetime movies as well, but really cute show. And the last show that I want to mention is a kid show, but not kids of 5, 6, 7. It's more of like maybe 12, 13, 14. And yes, I did watch it because, I don't know, I thought it was really interesting. And that is called Creeped Out. So it's kind of like the modern version of Goosebumps and Are You Afraid of the Dark combined in one. It's little tiny horror stories. Each episode is different. Each episode has a lesson to learn of certain things that you do that have consequences. So I know it's a really good show, even though it is technically for like preteens. But I was really into it, and again, I'm waiting for another season to come out. So I do not judge. If it's a good little horror kid show, I'm gonna watch it. I don't care. So there you guys have it. That is my list for shows. I know you guys enjoyed the movie list I had, so let me know down below if you want me to keep continuing these throughout like a couple months from now, because I and my boyfriend are always watching like shows and movies. And do not ruin any of these shows for anybody in the comment section. I'm watching you guys. But anyways, I'll catch you in the next video.